the third of this 4-game series between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the San Antonio Missions. It's baseball, it's the show, and it's coming up next. Starting home crowd, pitcher for San Antonio tonight, Brett Kennedy on the mound for the home squad here. And now digging in now, the right fielder, Rick Rock, as he will start this one under the lights. And now here's the first pitch. In there for a cool strike one as a four-seamer catches in the zone for strike one. 7:05 as we start this ball game here this evening. And as crowds continue to pile into the stadium. The 0-1 now. In there for a four-seamer, strike number two. And now the 0-2 to Rock. Fouled off. Hanging in there. Now the 0-2 delivery. And that's hit into right. And he's chasing after it. And that's one gone. Time now to look at the visiting starting lineups. And here we go. Now digging in, the center fielder, Derek McKenna. One man out, nobody on here in the top half of the first. And that's up there. Is it going to get down? Yes, it will, and that's a base hit in the right. One out. Single here in this one. McKenna launches that one. And you gotta say, I think they're saying that's a beautiful base hit right there. Don't forget, we will be wrapping up this series tomorrow at 7:05. And that one is hit in the left. And that will be caught for the second out. Runner retreats back to first. And I think that would be a good idea. Don't want to risk anything else. A.J. Reed, the first baseman, coming up now for the Hooks here. 2 out, 1 on, and no score as of yet. Four-seam fastball in there for strike one. Pitches for San Antonio. Really consistent so far. And that's hit in the left. And that will do it. The inning is over. It's only one hit in the inning, but it comes nothing of it. Time now for the bottom half of the first. No score. Now here's Corpus Christi, Sam Johnson, the visiting pitcher on the mound here tonight. As we get you started for the home half of the first inning. And now digging in now, Billy Richter, the center fielder for the home squad here tonight. Be ready to be the leadoff man that will start off the home half of the first inning. Now here we go with the inning. In there for a four-seam fastball, in there for strike one. Last night, Corpus Christi winning, breaking the tiebreaker in extra innings. Final of that game was 6-5. Now here's the 0-1. 1-1 on that four-seam fastball. Ball out of the zone for a ball. And now here's the 1-1. And that's high. Driven out to right. Going to bounce off the wall. And he's going to get into second on a no-out double.
Batting second, the shortstop, Rodney Finn.
And now here is the first pitch. Slider, 1-0 to Ronnie Finch, the shortstop. Fans still piling in on this beautiful Monday night. And as we're underway the third game of this 4-game series here at home. 1-1 now as the changeup gets in the zone for a strike. A runner in scoring position with nobody out, no score as we play the home half of the first. And that's in there for a four-seam fastball in there for strike 2. Beautiful view from our right field. I do got to say it is a beautiful shot. Thank you to you guys. They're just zooming in on that shot. Change up to Finch and he becomes the first casualty. And now we get you started for your home squad lineups. Into the box now, Felipe Rodriguez. 1 out, a runner at second, and no score as of yet. And now here's the first pitch. Driven out nicely. Is it out of here? Whoa. He just misses a home run, and that'll put runners at second and third with 1 away. And now the ball is getting loose. It's getting away from him. Man.
Right fielder, Edgar Harmon.
Up to the plate now, Edgar Artemis. He'll see what he could do to get that runner from third straight to home. Like I said, don't forget we will wrap up the series tomorrow night at 7:05. And then we head to Midland on Thursday. 1-1 now on that four-seamer. We will stay in Midland until Sunday afternoon, May 17th. And then we head to Corpus Christi, playing Monday through Wednesday night games there. And then returning home on Friday, May 22nd, as we verse the visiting Frisco Rough Riders in a 4-game homestand. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss to Aramis. He goes down looking, and that's out number 2.
Batting fifth, designated hitter, Robbie Hunt.
Now up to the plate now, Robbie Hunt. Last chance in the bottom half of the first.
Nope, that's a ball.
That changeup coming in at 84 miles an hour for the ball. Runners at second and third. 2 away in the inning with no score. Now here's the 1-0. 1-1 on that changeup, 86 miles an hour. Pitches now for this Corpus Christi pitcher now. Already going to 15 so far as he released that one. 2-1. Now here's the 2-1. fouled off. Now 2-2. Hoping to get that runner from second and third home and don't leave them stranded. Swing and a miss. That changeup blows it, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning, but nothing comes of it. Now up to the top of inning number 2. And now leading off the inning, J.D. Davis coming up to the plate now, as they will start their top of the second. Now here's the first pitch of inning number 2, as first ball is counted for a strike on that four-seamer. Crowd still piling in on this Monday evening, and hope everybody that's watching on YouTube Live will leave a comment. If you want a shout out, just come to the live feed and tell me where you're from and we'll get you going. And now here is Mariano Casilla, the left fielder, coming up to the plate now. Base runner at first. Nobody out. And the Casilla throws the first ball, and that will go in 0-1 now. The 0-1. Changeup in the knees. 0-2. Now the 0-2. Oh, and nails him in the rear end. That's gotta hurt. And now he is forced to go to first. And that puts a man in scoring position. Now I guess he did that by accident, but I was sure it was not on purpose. Probably just slipped. Christopher Pace, the second baseman, comes up to the plate now. 0-1 to count. Now the 0-1. Oh, and that misses on the wild pitch. That moves the runner to third. I've got to say that was pretty bad right there. And the runner's now in scoring position at second and third. 1-1. Ball 2 is that four-seam fastball in there, 92 miles an hour for a ball. And now the 2-1. Changeup in the zone, called for strike number 2. So if I didn't tell you this before, Corpus Christi winning Sunday's game here at San Antonio. In extra innings, 5-5 was the score. And they break the tiebreaker. And now here's the defensive lineups for the home team. Into the box now, the catcher, Mariano Avales. 1 out and 2-1. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 now. Well, as you could tell, some fans would say, I can feel the wind with that one. And indeed you can. A swing and a miss will give you that nice ice-cold breeze. And now here's the first pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Four-seam fastball. Now that ties up the count 1-1. Shout outs to get to as we get you started on this Monday evening. We got people from Midland and Corpus Christi watching. And we got some people hashtagging, saying go Hooks go. And people from San Antonio. They're saying hello. 2-2 now. And that's going to be throwed. And that's a first right there. He jumps it and he scores. Steve Barora, the designated hitter, comes up to the plate now. First run across in the top half of the second, giving Corpus Christi a 1-0 lead. Now here's the first pitch now.
Counts 1-0.
Four-seam fastball in there for the ball. Now pitches for San Antonio. Now 24 and 6 away from 30. The 1-0. And that's hit behind second. And that's out number 2.
The right fielder, number 33, Rick Rock.
And now Rick Rock, the right fielder, coming to the plate now. 0 for 1 with a fly out in the first. First and second. And that's fouled off to right. Foul. The 0-1. Fouled off in the left. And now in the hole, 0-2. Casilla at second. And he is the base runner in scoring position. Whoa! He got down and dirty, and he got that ball, and that is the inning. So we head to the bottom half of the second. Corpus Christi out in front, 1-0. And now here's the third baseman, Roger Serrano. They're going to start off their half of the home second. Now here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on that slider, 0-1. Pitch count, 18 for the visiting Hooks pitcher. And now the 0-1. Changeup, 85 miles an hour. And now tie up the count, 1-1. Got people from Tulsa watching. Corpus Christi as well.
Count is 2-1.
Changeup, 2-1. Springfield and Arkansas as well watching, sending hashtags. Hashtag Go San Antonio. Hashtag Go Hooks. Now the 2-1. And that's high. Right in the center. And that's the first out. Time to look at the defensive lineups for the away team. Now the left fielder, Howard Ferguson, comes up to the plate now. 1 out in the inning. Nobody on. Corpus Christi out in the front. 1-0. And that's high in the pop-up in the center. And that's out number 2. So 2 pitches, 2 out. And here is number 10, second baseman Kenny McClendon, as he strides to the plate now. 2 out, nobody on. Now here's the first pitch.
1-0.
Changeup, 85 miles an hour for a ball. Oh, do gotta say, a beautiful Monday night. And the sun is starting to set here. Nice and cool. Not like what we saw yesterday. If I gotta tell you, yesterday we hit 93 degrees. and it was a warm one. So always remember, when you're out at the ball games this summer, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water and staying hydrated through the season. Now, I do recall that the hottest month on record is the month of August. So as we approach the final 2 months of baseball, you want to make sure that you drink plenty of water when you're out at games. Well, that's the inning, folks. And now we head to the top of the third. Corpus Christi out in front, 1-0. And now the center fielder, Derek McKenna, comes to the plate. 1-for-1 with a single in the first. And here we go with inning number 3 as first pitch is for fastball for ball 1. And now that manager just yelling like a donkey in the bullpen. He's like, "I'm sticking up for my pitcher. You better count that as a strike." 1-1 now. Four-seam fastball. 92 miles an hour. Now Kennedy up to 30 pitches so far as we start the top third. 1-1 now.
That's outside.
Four-seamer out of the zone. 2-1. Now the 2-1. In there for a four-seamer, strike 2. Nice front of the third base side. And gotta say, the sky just looks beautiful this evening. Monday Night Baseball here in the Alamo City, known as San Antonio. Nick Best on deck for Corpus Christi. I do gotta say, our next Sunday game will be at Midland. And then our next Sunday, May 24th, will be the Missions versus the Frisco Rough Riders. So we'll have a away game, and then the next following Sunday will be at home with Frisco. Count loaded now, 3-2. And that's a changeup. Strike 3 called, and he is not in love with that pitch. And that's the first out of the inning. Now you see a batter do that. He's just angry like a billy goat who wants to run you in the buttocks. And now Nick Best, the shortstop, 0-for-1 with a single in the first. Or should I say it was a flyout. Now here's the first pitch. In there for a four-seamer, strike 1. Best at the plate now. Looking for a base hit. And indeed he did. He got a base hit to left. And that puts him on for a 1-out single. The threat of the steal is always in motion. And now that will bring up the next batter up to the plate, A.J. Reed. 0-for-1 and a pop out in the first. Now the 0-1. And that's in there in the center. A base hit. He chugs to third. And now the corners are loaded up with only 1 out in the inning. And now they'll bring in J.D. Davis, the third baseman, 1-for-1 with a single and a run. Now here's the first pitch.
Inside, ball 1.
1-0 on that four-seamer. Now the 1-0. swing and a miss on that changeup, outclassed for a strike. Boy, you don't see that every day. He went fishing in the dirt, and now he's just swinging at butterflies, if I do recall saying that. Or would that be my first time saying that? Ah, who really cares? He's swinging at butterflies. Here's a 2-1.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 on the changeup, 82 miles an hour. A double play ball is in order, in fact, if he can hit a ground ball. 2-2. Still the count here as he fouls it off. The 2-2 to Davis. And that's fouled off in the left. Count hold now still 2-2. Now the pitch.
3-2.
Four-seam fastball in there for a ball, and now load up the count. Mariano Casilla on deck for the hooks. Now the 3-2. Changeup got him looking, and that is out number 2. And he's going to have some few words to exchange to the home plate umpire, and he just better walk away. That's the best thing that he could do. Well, you don't want to get injected calling balls or strikes, because he will not like that, that's for sure. Now the first pitch. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour for strike 1. Corners are still loaded, and San Antonio Brett Kennedy now halfway to 100 pitches. Now that's fouled off for strike number 2. 50 so far in the inning on his pitch count. And that's foul. In the left. And now here's 0-2. Changeup. Didn't threaten the zone. And that counts 1-2. 13 balls, 39 strikes, and that puts the total right now 52 so far in this one. The 1-2.
Oh, that's out.
Changeup now ties up the count, 2-2. So if you're just listening to us on the radio or you're at the ballpark, we want to know if you're here. So make sure that you tune in to the chat here on YouTube Live. Still fouling them off, and here's the next one. And that is strike 3 called, and they get out of danger unscathed. And now we head to the bottom half of the third. Corpus Christi 1-0. Now the catcher Chad Taylor comes to the plate now as we start inning number 3 for the home squad. Now here's the first pitch. In there for a four-seam fastball, in there for strike 1. 95 miles an hour. The differential of that. Now seeing that the pitch quality for Corpus Christi is efficient enough. 28 so far in that one. Sweeping curve, 1-1. Gonna say San Antonio up halfway, 50. And the pitch is for the hooks now at 29. The 1-1. Up there for that four-seam fastball, misses the zone, and the count holds 2-1. And the changeup misses, 3-1. Billy Richter on deck for San Antonio, hoping to get on base. Tying run at the plate. And that's a strike in there. That loads up the count, 3-2. The 3-2. Change up in the corner. Got him looking, and that's the first out of the inning. Mad about that, and uh-oh. Now he's just been ejected from the ball game for throwing down his bat. And Taylor is going to be going in there and getting himself cooled down before he gets any more trouble on him. And that's a four-seamer called for strike one. Billy Richter, 1 for 1, a double in the first. Now I will say this, you cannot be throwing equipment down when you're angry because that will lead to a automatic ejection. So when you play baseball, you don't want to be doing that. Count holds 0-2 to Richter. Oh, and that got him. Right in the back, and he walked straight to first. And he has something to say to that Hooks pitcher. He says, I bet you did that on purpose. That was your mistake right there. One man on, one out. As we start this third inning frame, Ronnie Finch 0 for 1, a strikeout in the first. Corpus Christi still in front 1-0 as we play the home half of the third inning. And that's going to be a base hit. The runner goes from second and makes it to third. And the corners now loaded up. The tying run stands 90 feet away from home. And that looks good right there. First baseman Felipe Rodriguez hopes to do the damage here as he's called to the plate now. Four-seam fastball out of the zone for ball one. Pitch count now for Corpus Christi, 39 so far, as they play the home half of the third against San Antonio. 1-0 now. Slider misses the zone. Now 2-0 now. Sun beginning to set on this Monday night. And a beautiful evening here. And that's 3-0. Edgar Artemis awaits on deck. Stadium lights coming on now. And beautiful night for baseball here in San Antonio. Now that four-seamer hits in the zone for strike one. Now the count 3-1 to the leadoff hitter. Tying run at third. And that's 3-2 now on that four-seamer. Rodriguez hoping to do the damage here. Now here we go. And that's a slider. And that loads up the bases.
The right fielder, number 12.
Gotta say, that is bad for the Corpus Christi pitcher. And now that brings up Edgar Artemis, the right fielder, hoping to break this ball game and deliver a grand slam to this home crowd here this evening. Now here we go. And that's going to be trouble. Yes, it's going to be trouble. 1 run in, 2 runs in, a third coming in, and the ball game has been retaken by the Missions this evening in the bottom half of the third. Wow. Base hit in the center, and that brings in 3 runs for the home crowd. Runner at third, the potential 4th if a base hit could come in right here. 1-0 now the count. And you got to say, evening now upon us. The sun begins to set, and it will be a few more moments before darkness falls. Now it's beautiful when we have ball games in the evening, anywhere in the AA Texas League. Let's say the prettiest is seeing a blue sky and sun reflecting off the high top clouds. 1-2 the count now. Now if it's thunderstorm clouds, I would understand why it would reflect off of that. It looks like something you would see in Midland or Corpus Christi during the thunderstorm season. Now they bring the modest clouds would be the most prettiest during the evening time during thunderstorm seasons. 0-1 the count now, 2 out with a runner at third and hoping to bring that runner home. Now the 0-1. And that's hit to second, throw out to first, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, nobody left on, and to the top of the 4th we go. San Antonio out in front, 3-1. And now that brings up Christopher Pace as they start their top of the 4th inning. 55 pitches so far, and here comes pitch number 56. Oh boy, look out there as he chops that one foul for strike 1. 0-1 now. And that's hit in the left. He's chasing after it. Foul ball. Now the 0-2. And he just keeps fouling them off. The battle at the plate between the pitcher and hitter. And somebody will win this one. Now the 0-2 again.
I got the count 1-2.
Change up 1-2 as that one comes in 82 miles an hour. Now the 1-2. Still fouling off and still staying alive. The 1-2.
2-2 count.
2-2 on that 4-seam fastball in there for a ball. Now the 2-2. And that's hit to second. Throw out to first, and what a play as he gets the first out in the top half of the 4th inning. We've got to say, McClendon throws to first and nails him for the short out. So he'll be getting high fives out of that one. That's for sure. In there for a 4-seam fastball. 0-1 to Mariano Avales. A ground out that led to an RBI in 0-1. And now here's the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
1-1 now on that 4-seamer. 91 miles an hour.
Aye.
1-2 now. Brett Kennedy, you see his pitches right there. 17 balls, 48 strikes. And that will equal to 65 pitches so far through the first 4 innings. And that's chopped foul and holds 1-2. The 1-2 now.
That's a ball. I got the count.
Ball
2-2.
2-2. Now the 2-2. And that's popped up at first. And that's out number 2.
The batter, number 10. Designated hitter, Steve Baroa.
Now here's the designated hitter, Steve Barora. 0 for 1 with a pop out in the second. Now here comes the first pitch. And that's a base hit right up in the middle. And you have a 2-out base runner now. And they're half of the 4th inning.
The right fielder, number 33, Rick Rock.
And now Rick Rock will come up to the plate now. The right fielder for the Hooks. Now here's the first pitch. 4-seam fastball in there for strike 1. 93 miles an hour, and now he's in the 70s in his pitches. That's 1-1. So I do gotta say, pitches for San Antonio has been inconsistent. So do gotta say he's been throwing the combination of balls and strikes. 1-2 now to Rock.
Ball, that's out.
And that's a 4-seamer near the dirt. 2-2. Now the 2-2. And that's going to be a fair ball. He gets in there. He throws to third. And we have 2 runners in scoring position.
Now batting.
And now second and third now, with only 2 away in the inning.
Counts 1-0.
Now that curveball misses. 1-0. Derek McKenna comes to the plate now. 1 for 2 and a single in the first. Pitch number 76. In there for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1. In there for a changeup. 1-2 now. Hoping to get out of this. And only 1 strike remaining. The 1-2. And that's going to be up there. But unfortunately, the left fielder gets it. And that will strand them out of danger. We head to the middle of the 4th. San Antonio out in front. 3-1. And now here we go with inning number 4 as the left fielder, Howard Ferguson, arrives on the plate now. 0 for 1 with the fly out in the first. And here we go with inning number 1 as that 4-seamer out of the zone for ball 1. And now that's a 4-seamer out of the zone. 2-0 now. Beautiful evening here on this Monday night. Hope everybody is enjoying this baseball. Now 2-1.
1 strike.
I do gotta say, evenings are beautiful because the sky is turning colors. Have you ever seen sky turning colors before? I'll tell you the different kind of colors. You have your yellow, your light blue, your purple, kind of light red if you do see it, and then your dark blue, and then after that the sky will literally just change night. And now we're going to have something go on from that visiting Hooks bullpen, and he's just yelling and screaming at him, saying, "Hey, I'm going to come out there and slap you upside your head. You darn umpire, you can't even call balls and strikes, you cactus." Base runner at first, and nobody out. Shout outs to get to tonight as we start the bottom half of home number 4. We've got Buzz watching. Are you really? Are you colorblind, huh? LOL. Changeup 0-2 now. Now, I didn't know you were colorblind, but, you know. And that slider gets him out looking for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Chad Taylor.
And now Chad Taylor comes to the plate now, 0 for 1 and a strikeout in the third. And now move over to first. Ferguson is back in and safe at the plate. And now pitch out here, nothing doing, and that's ball 1. Johnson now at 60 pitches so far through the first 4 innings. The 1-1, that slider, 86 miles an hour, and that's called for strike 1. The 1-1 in the dirt, and that's 2-1 now the count. Base runner at first, 3-1 our score as we play inning number 4 for the home crowd. And that's going to be popped up right in front of third, and that ends to that second out right there. Would say that will be the middle between third and second. Now digging in now, Billy Richter coming up to the plate now. 1-1 and a double and a run. Now here's the first pitch, and that's in the center. The center fielder gets it, and that's the inning. So we now head to the top of inning number 5. San Antonio up in front, 3-1. And now here's the shortstop, Nick Best, 1 for 2 and a single in the third. And here we go with inning number 5. Whoa, didn't see that before. Bounces off the bag. Gotta say that score's decision will be called a base hit. Gotta say he got a little shook up there, but I think he's alright. As long as it doesn't get him, he'll be fine. A.J. Reed, the first baseman, comes to the plate now. 1 for 2 with a single in the third. And that's 0-1. Pitch count now 80%. 80 pitches. And the runner at first will steal second. And the count holds 1-1. They got a guy in scoring position now. AJ's still going. That's a 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour for ball number 2. 82 pitches so far. That'll be pitch number 83. On deck, Corpus Christi J.D. Davis. Now the 3-1.
Perfect.
And I gotta say, oh my goodness, that's gonna nail him.
Now batting. Third
Now he gets walked and 2 bases now loaded here. First and second. And time will be called here as he's gonna think twice about that. And now up to the plate now, J.D. Davis. And now time is going to be called here as the manager will get out on the mound. And he's seen enough this evening. He's going to call his pitcher to the home dugout, and that will do it. So he gets the lead, a 3-1 lead here, and he still has the line for the W if he can hold here in this one.
now pitching for the mission.
Ramon Cortez now called from the outfield, coming to the mound to pitch in the top half of the 6th inning. Uh-oh, I'm sorry, we're getting confused here. Top half of the 5th, and now here's the first pitch. In there for a 2-seamer. 0-1 now. I've been rushing myself through the innings. I do apologize about that. Changeup, 0-2. I would say if it was the 6th inning already, we'd be getting pretty close to it. But still, we have another half inning to go. 0-2 now. Strike 3 called on the slider, and he becomes out number 1.
Now batting. Left fielder. Mariano Casilla.
So Mariano Casilla comes to the plate now. 0 for 1 and hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. 2 on 1 out, 3-1 our score as we play the visitor 5th. And that's in there in the right. Gloved in the out, and the runner is running from 2nd and advancing to 3rd, and he's 90 feet away
Now batting.
and trying to get a deficit straight to 1. Christopher Pace, the second baseman, 0 for 2 with the strikeout and a ground out. Comes to the plate now. And now here's the first pitch. 2-seamer, 92 mile an hour for strike 1. Don't forget, we will wrap up this series tomorrow night at 7:05. And then we head to Midland on Thursday as we play the Rockhounds for 4 games. And, uh-oh, it's trouble right now. And that is out of here. The visitors take the lead. And a 3-run home run to Christopher Pace. So Corpus Christi now leading this ball game 4-3 in the top half of the 5th inning. So getting some high fives, some hugs, and do gotta say they are getting really happy in this one.
The catcher number 35.
2 outs
Mariano Avila.
with nobody on. Fouled off Mariano Avala's a pop out, which led to a ground out and an RBI. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Outclassed by the slider out of the box. Now that's 0-2 now. The 0-2. Fouled off in the right. The 0-2.
Off the plate,
That
ball 1.
changeup. 1-2. The 1-2 now. And that's in there, into center. A base hit. Uh-oh. He misses it. A throw to second. And he's in there with a 2-out double.
Now batting, designated hitter,
and now up to the plate now, Steve Barora coming up to the plate now. Fouling it off, 0 for 1. 1 for 2, a single in the 4th to Barora. Confidence level for Cortez is really low as he gets whacked around. A 3-run home run in the top half of the visitor 5th. They're 1-1 now. And that's high into right. And only 3 runs come in. And Corpus Christi retaking the lead away from San Antonio. We head to the bottom half of the 5th. 4-3 our score. And now Ronnie Finch, the shortstop, will come to the plate now to start their half of the home 5th. 1 for 2 with a single and a run. And now here's the first pitch. Changeup, 1-0. Tying run to the plate. San Antonio hoping to get tied back up. And that would be a tiebreaker. Oh man, look at it fly. Holy cow, it's gone. And the Missions retie the ball game. And now we have a tiebreaker. A solo home run. And this deficit is now closed. We are tied at 4-4. And now here is Felipe Rodriguez, 1 for 1 with a double and a run. Tiebreaker in the balance. One of these two ball clubs will end up breaking it like they did yesterday. 1-1 now on that 4-seam fastball. Nighttime falling around. And the left of daylight. Sweeping curveball, now in for a strike. Now count holds 1-2. Now the 1-2. And that's fouled off in the left. Foul ball. The 1-2 in there for a 4-seamer. Now 2-2. Now the 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. Out number 1 in the bottom half of the home 5th.
the right fielder, number 12, Edgar Armand.
And now you look at the Corpus Christi pitcher. 72 pitches so far in this one. 1-0 the changeup now to Edgar Armas. 1 for 2 and a triple that led to the 3 runs that he scored earlier. 3 RBIs over the wall in this one that gave them in front of the lead. And do gotta say, this guy is just impressive when it comes to home runs. Slider, 1-2. Stadium lights now illuminating the whole field, and gotta say, It is just beautiful when it comes to this during the nighttime. 75 pitches already. And that's fouled off into right. Foul ball. Now the 1-2. Fouled off again. Armas hanging in there. Now 77 pitches for the visitor tonight. The 1-2. Fouled off into right again, and just still hanging on for dear life. The 1-2. And that's hit to second. He gloves, he throws, and that is out number 2.
Now batting, designated hitter, Robbie Hunt.
And Robbie Hunt comes to the plate now, the designated hitter. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Now here is pitch number 80 as the slider misses for a strike. The 0-1. And that looks like it's gone. Oh man. It's gone. It is. And the tiebreaker has been broken. A solo home run by Robbie Hunt. And that will give San Antonio back the lead in the bottom half of inning number 5. So that will be pretty good. A lucky fan will be getting that ball here tonight. And he will be taking that home and putting it on his cabinet. 0-1 the slider to Roger Serrano. 0-2, a fly out and a ground out. Beautiful night here in San Antonio. And if you're just tuning in with us, want to make sure that you're tuning in and commenting down below here on YouTube Live. Got Matt Vasgersian on the line, and he is saying, ask this home crowd to stand up and make some noise. And that sweeping curve gets him out looking, and that ends the inning. So the Missions retake the lead in the bottom half of the 5th. And they lead 5-4. Rick Rock, the right fielder, 1 for 3 and a double in the 4th. Here we go with inning number 6 now. As a curveball reaches out in front, and that's missed for strike 1. Confidence may be low, but Cortez can add that right now. Slider, 1-1. Now the 1-1. And that's hit up in the left. And that will be caught for the first out here in the visitor 6. And now here is the center fielder, Derek McKenna. 1 for 3 and a single in the 1st. Now here's the first pitch. In there for a 2-seam fastball for strike 1. Top of the 6th inning, San Antonio 5, Corpus Christi 4, as they trail by only 1.
Nope.
Curveball, 1-1. And now here's the 1-1. And that's hit well. Chasing after it. Nope, he's not going to get there. Now put a man into scoring position now. Whoa, and he reaches. And there it is, guys. The tiebreaker reappears. And we are tied. Deadlock at 5 apiece. A inside the park home run delivers that right there. "5-5" our score. And now time is going to be called here as Cortez has reached the end. Not willing to recover from that one, and he will be putting this bad night behind him, and that's for sure. Kevin Simon comes to the plate now in a difficult situation. And 5-5 our score as we play the inning. Top half of number 6 for the visitors. 1 out in the inning. And that will go into right. And that will be caught for the second out here in the visitor 6th inning. So I do gotta say, this is going to be hopefully another tiebreaker. And stepping in now, A.J. Reed, the first baseman, 1 for 2, a single and a run. And that's the first pitch, leading for a 4-seam fastball for strike 1. Now the 0-1. And that makes him jump. A swing and a miss, 0-2. 1 to get out of this, and here it is. And that's hit in the center. And he runs for it. He grabs it, and that's the out. So we are tied again. We head to the middle of the 6th, and tied with 5. And now Howard Ferguson, the left fielder, comes to the plate now. 0 for 1 with a walk in the 4th. Pitch is now 84. As a 4-seam fastball comes in for strike 1. Starting the home half of the 6th inning. I do gotta say the Hooks pitcher now 85 pitches so far through 6 innings. 1-1 now on that sweeping curve. Now the righties, Kibblehouse and Gustave, are out, getting warmed up. Now the 1-1. And that's going to be hit high. And the tiebreaker has come once again. The Missions retake the lead. Howard Ferguson comes up with a solo home run. And that will do her right there. San Antonio twice taking the lead and beating 2 tiebreakers. So wow on that one, guys. Just look at that. And now time will be called here as the visiting manager approaches the mound. And that will do it for his starter. So curiously, he will see if he could get the L or a W. Don't matter what, but he is in line for the L if the bullpen cannot reclaim the lead. Jindal Gustave will take the mound as he's called upon to pitch here for Corpus Christi. Now starting fresh, top of the order now. Kenny McClendon now on deck. Now he fouls that one off. 0-1. 6-5 our score as the tiebreaker comes into place here. Now the 0-1. Swing and miss on that curveball. 82 miles an hour for strike 2. Beautiful night here in San Antonio. Temperature still starting to fall down a little bit. Did say it was 67 degrees when we started this ball game. And now it dropped to a good 5 degrees. 62 degrees here in the Alamo City. Not that cold, but a nice mild temperature. Gotta say, it'll beat the afternoon sun during our daytime games. Not like what it was yesterday. Changeup gets him out looking, and that's the first out in the home 6.
Now batting, catcher.
Now the batter, Chad Taylor, comes out to the plate. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop out. A 1-run deficit lead hangs in the balance for Corpus Christi. And San Antonio hoping to hold on to this lead that they've rebuilt. The 0-1.
1-1.
Two-seam fastball in the dirt for a ball. 1-1. Now here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on that slider. Now, second strike. 1-2. Now 1-2. Changeup gets him out looking, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Billy Richter.
And now Billy Richter comes to the plate now. 1 for 2 with a double and a run. And now that's an easy pop-up right in the center. And that's the third out. So reclaiming the lead in the bottom half of the 6th inning. San Antonio 6-5 in front. Back here for Texas League Baseball here on the show. As we get ready to start the 7th, let's take a look at your line scores here through the first 6 innings. Now J.D. Davis comes to the plate now as we start the top half of the visitors' 7th. And now here we go with inning number 7 as that's hit for center. And that's the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out to start up the top half of inning number 7. And now here is Mariano Casilla, 0 for 2, hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. Now the first pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Changeup. Now in the hole. 0-2 now to Casilla. The 0-2. Gets him out looking on that 2-seamer, and he's just not happy about that at all. 2 away in the inning. Just mad and angry, that Casilla guy. Christopher Pace coming up to the plate now. Let's say he was a 1 for 3 with a 3-run home run. So gotta say that was pretty good for him. Well, he pops it up and that ends the inning. And now get up at stretch time here as we start. Take me out to the ball game. We head to the middle of the 7th. San Antonio out in front, 6-5. Leading the home half of the 7th, Rodney Finch. And he will start up their half of the 7th. 2 for 3, a home run with a single that led to an RBI. And that's up there. Too high, too high, too high. And near the warning zone. And that's the first out. Had enough to get out of here, but unfortunate that time around. Felipe Rodriguez comes up to the plate now. 1 for 2 with a double and a run. And that's a slider. 1-0 now. "12 pitches so far." Now the 1-0. Too high. 2-0 now on that 4-seam fastball. In for a ball. The 2-0. In there for that 2-seamer. Called for strike 1. The 2-1. Fouled off to the left. Now the count holds 2-2. Now the 2-2. Slider. And that loads up the count. 3-2 now. Edgar Aramis awaits on deck. 1 out in the inning. Nobody on. 6-5 our scores. We play the home half of inning number 7. And that's low. Misses. And that gets a 1-out base runner. And that will bring up Edgar Aramis as he did a 1 for 3 with a triple that led to 3 RBIs. So hoping for a good night here. 4-seam fastball in there for strike 1. 6-5 our score. The home half of the 7th in progress. Curveball gets him out swinging. 0-2 now. And when you swing out of your shoes like that, it just makes you look how silly you are. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss on that curveball. Strike 3 called. And that's 2 away. And now here's Robbie Hunt, who hit a home run out of the ballpark. And as you got to say, that right there, a lucky fan given on that one. Pretty good here. And now here's the first pitch. 4-seam fastball in there for strike 1. Oh, and 1. Swing and a miss on that 4-seamer out there for strike 2. Now the 0-2. Curveball in the dirt. 1-2. Gustave pitches 5. A 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curveball, a 2-seamer, and a changeup. Changeup. Still count 1-2. Now the 1-2. Buddy's having a great night so far. Uh-oh. It looks like we're having some camera issues here. Lead off to first, and that's the first out in the inning.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Steve Baroa.